Uh-huh.
There was a hadith about the Prophet ﷺ saying the women, not the women, the majority of people in hell will be women. Is that true?
There is a hadith that says that, and it's called Ahad hadith, and which is a hadith of singular narrations. It's not a mutawatir hadith. And the thing about hadiths with singular narrations is that they cannot be used for a point of aqidah. And in other words, they cannot be used to give us a judgment or a fixed principle about the aqidah. And the next world is called the ghaybiyat or sam'iyat, is related to aqidah. So really the hadith cannot be used to, as a way of proving something about the aqidah. Generally, what I've seen is it's been used as the reason that was given was called kufran al-mu'ashara, which is that it was a warning. The hadith was a warning to women not to show ingratitude about mu'ashara, which is marital relationships, that they should be reminded to show gratitude and be grateful.
I don't remember the age wording of the hadith, but there's a part that because women can't pray during
That's another hadith. That's not the same hadith. That is another hadith that relates to naqs. And it's the word that's used, and this is why the Usuli people use that word and it said that the women have naqs in their deen, and that they have naqs in their reasoning. That's what the hadith says. And again, the ulama have been very clear to point out that the naqs that was mentioned is not a blanket statement. That you're talking about the majority of women, and certainly not all women, because there are many women whose deen is by far much, much better than the vast majority of men, and there are many women whose intellects by far surpass the intellects of most men.
Would that fall under your deficiency? I mean,
It's the word that's used is naqs, and I'm translating it here. Now, in Arabic, nanqus means to nanqus al-ard min atrafiha. It's used in the Quran that we remove from the edges of the earth, right? Or begin, and some say it's what's happening on the shores, like a breakdown of the shore. So it has to do with a lessening or something like that. And I know there's a word that, Jamal Badawi is so diplomatic, and there's a really good word that he uses, and I can't remember what it is. And I remember him coming up to me and saying, "Don't use that word deficient." What's that?
Under deficiency is extreme poverty.
Extreme poverty would be naqs. Yeah, in a society, a person who is extremely poor is definitely naqas. So it just relates to the inability to fulfill functions that other people.
So does the hadith mean that because she has these limitations or these extreme poverty?
Yeah, it's the limitation in prayer is the menstrual cycle, right? That women will not pray a large. I mean, if you actually work it out over their lifetime, it will be a large portion of time that a man would pray, especially if a woman has an average cycle of maybe 5 to 7 days in the month. I mean, that's a considerable amount of time. And although in the Maliki school she can recite the Quran even from the Mus'haf, but generally she will be limited. She won't fast during that time, and her worship is cut off. And then the other is related to the situation, the cycle and the effects that it has on women as well. Because these are, they're real effects. Not all women have the same response, but there are many women that do. The hormonal changes that take place during that time can be very difficult and trying for women.